Hey there everybody, Zelda here, and welcome back to more Let's Play Pokemon White 2. In the last episode, we defeated Aspierta City's gym leader, Sharon, and got the basic badge, our very first gym badge in the Unova region. Great accomplishment for us. And in this episode, we are going to continue forth, heading back towards Route 20, towards the next town, city destination, so to speak, Virbank. We were told by Bianca that we head to Virbank City, we could find the next gym. So let's not delay any further. Let's go.
Hey!
Oh gosh, it's Bianca again. What does she want? Hello, lady.
I'm sorry. I forgot to upgrade the Pokedex I gave you. I'm going to add the habitat list. It's an amazing feature. I'm just going to borrow your Pokedex for a second.
My Pokedex? Why are you taking my Pokedex, lady? My Pokedex, you gave it to me.
With the habitat list, you can check which Pokemon are in the area.
Oh, that's pretty useful.
It's a mode in the Pokedex. To use it, open up the Pokedex and tap the habitat list button on the lower left touchscreen. Next, pick the area you want to see. You can see all the Pokemon in that area. It even tells you which ones you've already caught. Would you like to...
No, that's a really useful tip, Bianca. Thank you. Oh, another tip.
When you're walking down the path, sometimes you'll see rustling grass. If you go to that spot, well, I'll let that be a surprise. Filling up the Pokedex will make the world bigger. So go to many different places and meet many different Pokemon, okay? See ya!
Well, Bianca, for once, you're not as useless as I thought you were. You're no useless Navi, per se, but... That's actually a really good piece of information. That habitat list for the Pokedex sounds really useful. I have known about it myself, but I have not actually used it before. We might want to do that soon, but luckily for you guys, I already know. I'm going to do my best to give you all sorts of information. It's actually going to be a good thing to have start in this episode. I'm actually going to try to do my best to give you guys suggestions on what types of Pokemon are good to catch in certain areas. Keep in mind, this will be my personal preference. I can tell you which Pokemon generally are accepted as good or stronger than others per se, but a lot of it will be my personal suggestions. You can feel free to disagree with me if you want. It is a free country. You can do whatever the heck you want. But for that, we'll start with Route 20 after we pass this guy, because he wanted to block us last time, and he was being a jerk about it.
Hey, I'm gleaming them. There's amazing bags. I don't get a squad head. It's a road out there. Here, I'll show you.
Oh, he's gonna show us, all right. Let's start our first Pokemon battle of the episode. Who we got here? Hiker Jerome. Oh, well, Jerome doesn't... I don't know what Jerome's gonna do to me, but he's gonna send out a Riolu. Very good Pokemon at that. Very many of you probably caught Riolus for your team. Get Lucario up there. He's an excellent Pokemon. I'm not going not to because that's the very same reason. He's overused a bit. I do think that is a true statement there. But we're going to start things off with a Thunder Wave. He can hit us with a Foresight. That's going to do absolutely nothing to us, for we have no way to raise our evasion. That is what that move does. It negates evasion-raising attacks. We're going to hit him with a Thunder Wave, get him paralyzed, lower his speed, make him unable to move on some cases, and then we're going to start the good old-fashioned Thunder Shock spam. He's going to hit us with a Quick Attack, get some damage off there before us. Quick Attack always strikes first, guys. Keep that in mind. Regardless of the speed of the Pokemon it's being used against, it will always strike first. He's going to use Endure, meaning that he's going to brace himself, so if we would drop him to a 0 HP with an attack, he'll get dropped to 1 HP instead. Not too bad of an attack, but he's wasting his time. He's not going to get much out of it. He's going to hit another Quick Attack, try to kill us off, but we're going to finish the battle with another Thunder Shock. There we go, Riolu fainted. Congrats, Mary, you gained 188 experience points, and you leveled up. Oh, baby. Mary grew level 12. Very nice, very nice, very nice, very nice. That was a really weird way to say very nice, friends, but, I so confused, I didn't think I could show you anything. Yes, old man, what do you know? We're young. We are the next generation.
Alright, I'm big. What the Pokemon like that? Even if you like, you can hold your own against a dog. Yeah.
I love doing voices like that. It's pretty freaking hilarious. Anyway, let's run down here. Oh! Who are you, child? I'm battling a kid younger than me.
I'm the strongest trainer of Verbank City's preschool.
Oh, well, I don't think this is... Wait. What happened to the whole... You need to be 10 to be Pokemon trainer? Isn't that the case? Wasn't that the case with Ash? Didn't Ash have to wait till he was 10? How old is this kid? Let alone, how old am I? Am I 10? Am I 12? This game does take place 2 years after the original Black and White, but I don't see why that would change. Unless they changed the law in regards to how old you have to be a Pokemon trainer, but... I don't think there's a lot of laws in the Pokemon world. There's really been no established government per se. Like, who makes the laws about Pokemon? Who makes the laws saying that you have to be 10 years old to be a Pokemon trainer? That's a good question. We should ask Game Freak that, you guys. Who makes the Pokemon laws? Who states Pokemon regulations? I guess Pokemon labor regulations. Do those exist? Well, there we go. We defeated the preschooler, as clearly he does not hold up to our level of skill, considering he's just a mere child. He'll never be a man like me. Look at me strut. Look at me strut, men. Sam, wait! Oh, look who it is. It's the man we just defeated in a gym battle, and Billy. Come with me, you two. What do you want, Sharon? You want to show us? You want to show us something cool? You want to show us your Pokemans? See the dark tall grass here? It's rare, but sometimes two Pokemon will pop out at the same time. Also, the Pokemon that hide in the dark grass are slightly stronger, so be careful if you walk through. If you're going to challenge the next gym, it's the Verbank gym. These might help. Sam obtained Pecha Berries, or Pecha Berries if you are ever so inclined to call them that. We put them in the berries case. Very nice. Thanks, Sharon, for these Pecha Berries. If you need anything, call me on the extra transceiver. Thanks, dude. I thank you for showing me this. I guess I was gonna explain that. Sharon sure knows a lot. But he fought those Team Plasma thugs too. I've decided I'm gonna get stronger than him. You should do your best. Fill up your Pokedex and have my back. Got it? You got it, Billy, Mr. Impatiente. Anyway, yes, as Sharon did state, this dark, tall grass usually is a great place to train Pokemon because of the sheer fact that if I can run in here. First, we'll grab this Pokeball here and see what this item is. A Great Ball, ever so fantastic. Great Balls have a higher success rate than Pokeballs for catching Pokemon. But let's show off what happens when we go in the tall grass. Yes, two Pokemon appear. Yes, a Venipede and a Sunkern. Venipedes are, this is the first time we've encountered a Venipede so far on our Pokemon journey. Venipedes are located in this particular section of Route 20. I will go and probably discuss this point now that we're here. In Route 20, you can typically get the same types of Pokemon you could in the other half of Route 20, the one that we were just on. Some of those Pokemon, including Sunkerns, Trats, Purloins, Sowaddles. I don't know how to pronounce that name very well. The Caterpie clone, the opposing form of Venipede per se. Sowaddle. I don't really know how to pronounce it. You guys probably know better than I do. But those are just some examples of Pokemon you can catch. Venipedes are unique to this particular area. I believe in the darker grass they are more common than in other areas, just because it makes sense. It's a new type of Pokemon for a new area. Oh, we're getting hit with Absorb. We should probably kill that Sunkern pretty quickly, because we are poisoned after all, and that's not really the greatest thing in the world. But anyway, as for recommendations for this particular area, I guess I could go and say that a good, if you're looking for a flying type, you can't really go wrong with P-Dubs. P-Dubs are like your standard Pidgey clone. Never really can go too wrong with that. They're standard, they're solid options. I ran with one when I first played Black and White back in the day, and I'm actually running one right now in my current personal Black 2 playthrough that I'm doing on my own DS system myself. They're pretty good Pokemon. They're a final evolution, which we can get. I guess we'll get into more about it when we meet one. It's a pretty solid Pokemon, pretty strong. Gets learned some pretty good attacks at that. I believe it's obviously a physical sweeper, having a high speed and high attack. So it's a pretty solid option for a flying type. I can definitely recommend grabbing one if you're a little confused about what type of Pokemon you're looking to have in your party. As for some of the others, you could look away from a lot of them. They're going to get outclassed pretty quickly by some Pokemon you meet later in the game, so they're nothing really to shake a stick at. The best I could probably say, I don't know, I ran a Venipede for a while in my first Black 2. I'm going to heal my Pokemon real fast, so pardon the blank screen there. Oh, you can see stuff. What am I saying? I have very few healing items, but luckily for us, Sharon did just give us some Pecha Berries, so we can actually use those to heal up our Pokemon, because I really don't want to run back yet. I don't really know. I don't really want to run back all the way to... I'm going to use an Oran Berry on good old Mary here, get his HP up a bit. Anyway, as I was saying, Venipedes, they're not bad. They're bug types. They're going to get outclassed pretty quickly by some of the other Pokemon you'll meet later in the game. We're going to get another trainer battle real fast. I'm actually just going to cut this one out, you guys. I want to keep talking about Pokemon in this area, and I don't really want you to watch me battle this Pokemon trainer because she's going to take like 2 seconds to beat. So I'm going to cut this fight out, and I'll meet you guys back in a second. And there we go, we defeated preschooler Lynn. She was quite the pushover. Her little pup didn't even get a chance to attack me. Anyway, as I was saying, I guess I will Ooh, Pokemon down. Let me grab that real fast. I'm just gonna sum up my my recommendations for Route 20. Like I said before, P-Dubs are a solid flying type. You can't really go too wrong with them. They're great starter Pokemon if you're looking to get a good Pokemon right off the bat for the beginning of your journey. And they will actually stay pretty relevant throughout your journey, staying pretty good in its final evolution. You can't really go too wrong with it. There are some Pokemon that are better than it, but it's a solid option if you're looking for a flying type. And I guess my other recommendation would be Venipede if you're looking for a bug type, just another Pokemon to add to your party starting off. I like bug types. They're not always the greatest things to deal with, but I like them. They're pretty unique, pretty fun. Bug poison at that. It's not the greatest typing, but if you're just looking for a new Pokemon to add to your party to get some variety in there, you really can't go too wrong with Venipede. In terms of, I guess, some of the other gen Pokemon that aren't the 5th gen ones they throw at you, Sunkern is actually a really bad Pokemon from what I gather. It has low base stats. Grass has a lot of weaknesses, as we all probably are aware of Grass being one of the weaker types in the game. So it's just, I don't know, it's just not a very good Pokemon overall from what I've gathered as well. Being outclassed by tons and tons of others. So I guess that's that. Some other Pokemon, maybe, thinking about it. Patrats, I guess they're kind of like Rattatas in that sense, in that they're not great choices, and like and similar to Venipede, I guess in this case, how they are somewhat useful to have as just an extra team member. I don't know. I've never ran a Patrat. I personally think that they look really ridiculous, so I haven't ran one in the past. But if you're just looking for another Pokemon, I guess it's not a bad choice. It's not the greatest choice in the world, but if you like it, by all means. I avoid Purloins. I don't think they're very good. It's interesting to get a Dark type that early on in the game, but I don't know. I think you could wait until later and get a lot stronger Pokemon. Oh, what do you want, lady? Hello. Oh, you. You're with 2 Pokemon. But if you have more Pokemon, your journey should be even more fun. Here, I'll give you these, so I don't catch more Pokemon. Sam obtained Great Balls. Oh, that's a good thing to note if you don't have a whole lot of Pokemon. She actually gives you some Great Balls. In my Black 2 playthrough, I had 4 Pokemon at this time, so I didn't get these. That's actually interesting. Good to note. Very good to note. And here we go, friends. Welcome to Virbank City. Oh, right off the bat, we're getting phone calls. Who do we got here? Pick up the chance here. Oh, it's our mother. Hello, Mom. Oh, she looks way different than her little sprite in the game does. She looks a lot younger.
Hey, it's your mom. What are you right now? Wow, Virbank City. They have a complex there, right? Have you been there yet? The way it looks at night is really quite nice, as you can also train your Pokemon there. You know, your Pokemon can do same things and you can do others. I hope you all work together to accomplish amazing things.
Thanks, Mommy. She's so thoughtful. Look at our mother looking out for this. Whoa. Ooh, that's spiky-haired crazy lady. Roxy, don't try to stop me. I'm off to Pokestar Studios to live at my true potential. My dream is to be a ship captain and a movie star. Get real, you're a captain already, aren't you? If that ship doesn't move, you're gonna cause a lot of trouble. Oh dear daughter. You split time between your responsibilities as a gym leader and with your band, right? I can do that too. Ooh, got some daddy issues it seems. Arrgh! You dim-witted, dense, dumb, daft, jiffy, dorky, doltish doofus! Doing double duty— that's a lot of de-alliteration they threw at us. Doing double duty isn't the problem, you're causing problems for people! Keeping people from getting where they're going because of sheer selfishness is unforgivable. I've had it, I'm going to the gym. Whoa, seems like we got a little bit of angst here. Teen angst, guys. Ooh. Anyway, let's go to the Pokemon Center. Let's heal up our Pokemon real fast. We just got to Verbank City, so we can do a little bit of exploring right now, because that is always a good idea to start when you go to a brand new city. There are a couple things that I'm aware of. In fact, there is one thing that I need to get accomplished in this episode. It is pretty important, friends. It's pretty important indeed. I'll get to it more when we get to the area, in addition to doing some explaining of things. But anyway, let's leave this place. There's a couple items here I actually remember how to get. Let me see if I can't find one of them for us. Just good to point some of these things out. I'm not going to find all of the items in the game because there are so many hidden items. But for starters, here we have an Audino running around in circles. Oh yeah, one thing I wanted to point out is that Sharon mentioned that in the Shaking Grass. Actually, no, Bianca mentioned that. Bianca mentioned in the Shaking Grass you'll find a surprise, and she let us figure that out once we got there. usually in the shaking grass, rarer Pokemon will spawn if you go to a shaking patch of grass area, one of them being Audino. I don't really, once again, pronunciation of these 5th gen Pokemon isn't going to be perfect, guys. There's I heard a lot of different things, so leave it up to what you decide to how to pronounce it. I've always pronounced it Audino just because it sounds like audio with a no in it. You know what I'm referring to. Anyway, let's grab this item here so we can get out of the way. You find a Poke Toy. Poke Toys are actually used as quick escape methods if escape is actually hard for you to do. Some Pokemon have trouble escaping from others, and the Poke Toy is a quick means of getting out of a sticky situation. And that's how I was saying. If you go into a patch of dark grass, you'll find a rarer Pokemon in that case. In this case, a lot of the times it's going to be Audino. On Route 20, in fact, you could also find Dunsparce, which is a Gen 2 Pokemon in the patch of grass. Dunsparces really aren't that great. They're kind of unique, and I've always thought of trying one out for my team just to see how well it would work, but I really don't recommend it as a actual permanent member. He'd just be something for fun that I'd throw in there just to try to mix things up a little bit. There's a large underground area with this, which I believe I can't access a lot of because I don't have surf yet, obviously. We can't ride the waterways without surf yet. You guys know all about surf, so I'm not going to explain that too much. So I think that's all I can really do at this point, that at least I'm not aware of. I may find something else in a bit. But anyway, we're going to go down here to the Verbank complex. As you can see, there's a bunch of tall grass here. It's a great place for finding a lot of really interesting and unique Pokemon. Actually, we'll run down here real fast because there's actually this guy down here. I think oh yes, this guy. We talked to him. He'll actually trade our Pokeballs for Great Balls. So let's do that. Exchange Pokemon, change for a Great Ball. Why not get a better type of ball for catching Pokemon? And you know what I'm saying, boys and girls? If we keep along this path, actually, I remember coming back here. We run up this way, go down, and run over. We found a Silk Scarf. Silk Scarf is a very good item, actually. It's a held item that if a Pokemon holds it, it increases the damage of their normal type moves. If we get a Pokemon that has a lot of normal type moves, we might give it to him, and so he'll just do a little bit more damage. Why not have the extra little buff to our attacks, you know what I'm saying? Anyway, now that we're back in the Virbank complex, I'd like to do a little discussion about some of the Pokemon you can catch here. Very different, in fact. There's a lot of really good Pokemon here, and the first example of a Black and White 2 exclusive Pokemon in each of these areas. The default Pokemon you can normally catch, but you can find Patrats, P-Doves, and Magnemites, our first Gen 1 Pokemon in this case, which is very, very nice. Oh, Rumbling Grass. Here, there's an example of that, actually. We run into the Rumbling Grass. We'll find... There we go, we found an Audino. Just like I said, guys, Audino. They're actually really good for training, because for some reason, they're not hard to defeat, because they're usually a low level, but they give a lot of experience for some reason. I've noticed that. I'm not entirely sure why. Maybe because of the fact that they're hard to... Ooh. That Audino did not take much damage from my Thunder Shock, actually. That's kind of surprising. Have I underestimated you, Audino? You seem to be just handling me however you choose. Goodness gracious. Great balls. Whoops, luckily for us, Static kicked in and paralyzed Audino without us needing to use Thunder Wave, which I guess makes Thunder Wave a little redundant having it, considering that if a Pokemon physically attacks us, it paralyzes it anyway. I don't know, maybe we might get our Thunder Wave later. I don't know, it's nice to have the Thunder Wave there for quick access. Audino is going to get her Oran Berry effect, which is kind of annoying for us, but we're just going to keep Thunder Shock spamming, because I want to get the boosted experience from this Audino. You always want to take advantage of whenever you find Shaking Grass, always go into it, always get that encounter, because it is going to give you a nice boost to experience. Something that we can't normally get, because a lot of the time we're going to be getting pretty average experience from the normal encounters we're going to be getting while we're inside the regular grass. There we go, we got a nice paralysis there, so Audino is not going to be able to move. Let's finish things off with one more Thunder Shock. Oh no, 2 more Thunder Shocks. Jeez, Audino is a lot tougher than I gave her credit for. Maybe I should get a little edumacated here, learn more about Audino, maybe see her true strength. Let's finish things off with a Tackle. I know we can get that right. Start things right off with that Tackle attack, or end things right off with that Tackle attack. There we go, friends. This will probably gain us a level 14. We're gonna... There you go, friends. 615 experience from a level 10 Pokemon. That is crazy. That... Oh my god! Holy crap! That level was up twice. Mary wants to learn Charge, but Mary already learns more than 4 moves. Should a move be deleted for Charge? Whoa, that's something I didn't expect to have in this episode. Anyway, Charge is an interesting move. Being used by an electric Pokemon base, it will actually raise the damage of the next electric type move used, which is very nice on electric type Pokemon. In addition, it also raises their special defense by 1 stage. That brings us to a tough decision. Do we get rid of our tackle attack, negating our only physical damage? Getting rid of that for a move that will help us. I don't know. I don't foresee myself using tackle that much. I only use it just because it's there, and I don't want to waste all the PP for Thundershock, but I will use, if I have Thundershock, I'll use it. We'll get rid of Charge later. I'm not really going to plan on using it that much. Actually, you know what? No, I really don't foresee myself using Charge that often, so we're actually not going to we're going to get rid of it. We're going to not teach Mary Charge. I don't foresee myself using it that much. I actually foresee myself using Tackle, of all things, more than I would see myself using Charge. We'll learn tons of great moves later, guys. I wouldn't worry too much about getting rid of this one. What? Mary is evolving! Congratulations, your Mary evolved into Flaffy! That was completely unexpected. I cannot believe that I forgot that Mareep evolves at level 15. Oh my goodness, friends. I feel so caught off guard by that. Anyway, yes, Mary is now a Flaffy. This is fantastic, guys. I'm so freaking happy that this is the case. Anyway, as I was trying to say, this episode's dragging a little bit longer than I expected. But anyway, we're going to discuss some of the Pokemon you can find in this area. As I said before, Patrats, Pidovs, and Magnemites are all common to this one area, but unique to Black and White 2 are two specific Pokemon, two baby Pokemon at that. In Black 2, Magbies are found here, a fairly low rate encounter. I believe it's somewhere around 15%. And in White 2, Elekids are the chance encounter at the same 15%, giving you a potential to get a very nice Pokemon right off the bat. I mean, baby Pokemon are a little bit weaker, but they evolve through Friendship Evolution, which could potentially get you a nice Magmar or Electabuzz, depending on your game, pretty early on. Because if you start a baby Pokemon with Friendship Evolution before you get the second badge, you should have that Pokemon have evolved pretty quickly if you use it frequently enough. Friendship Evolution is not that hard to get as long as you're maintaining that Pokemon in your party, keeping it healed, making sure it doesn't faint, and if having a Soothe Bell is on hand with you, I don't know when you get a Soothe Bell in this game. I haven't personally found it yet in my own version, but I'll let you guys know, maybe in an annotation or something like that, where you can find one. It's a great thing, and it's really, really quick to get. But anyway, we're going to actually go inside the Verbank complex now, because that was the exterior. This is the interior, which there's actually different types of Pokemon in here. In fact, I'll explain real fast. Let me investigate and find some items. Oh, there's a tree for cut. We don't have cut yet, so we can't do that. So I'm so foolish. They're one over here, nothing's over here. Anyway, the same types of Pokemon can be encountered inside the Verbank complex. Pidovs, Patrats, Magnemites, and depending on Black or White 2, Magbies and Elekid. In addition to that, actually no, scratch that. Pidovs are not located in the interior, so if you haven't managed to get a Pidove yet, but you want one, you have to go to the exterior of the Verbank complex to find one. However, inside the Verbank complex are two Pokemon that I am actually very fond of. One of them is a Coughing, a poison type, a pretty good defensive wall at that. If you're looking to get a pretty, it's an alright defensive wall, I should correct myself with that. I personally like Coughings, they're kind of a personal favorite of mine, so that's just my recommendation. But the second Pokemon in here, I'm actually going to try to find before I even introduce it, so let me search away. Well, would you look what we have here. Yes, friends, Growlithe is the Pokemon that I was referencing, and in fact, Growlithe is going to be our third party member. Yes, friends, I've decided my fire type for this game is going to be Growlithe. I personally love Growlithe from back in the original blue version and red version, well, red version, because I believe they were unique to red version. That's actual fact. I do remember that now. I love Growlithe. They were. Oh yes, I forgot. You almost blew me out of the water with Roar, but it failed. Oh my god, I completely forgot that Roar is a huge factor when it comes to catching Growlithe. So let's. Okay, good. Hit us in the Ember attack. I was crossing my fingers that it wasn't gonna hit us another Roar. Let's try to catch this bad boy. I think having paralyzed and yellow health will do us a good chance of getting it. With the Great Ball 2, come on Growlithe, baby, come on! Once! Twice! 3 times! Yes! Gotcha! Growlithe was caught. Awesome, guys. We caught Growlithe. Growlithe's data was added to our Pokedex. Oh, yes. I'm so happy about this. Growlithe, puppy Pokemon, extremely loyal to its trainer. It will bark at those who approach the trainer unexpectedly and run them out of town. What a hilarious, hilarious way to phrase that. Anyway, would you like to nickname your Growlithe? Yes, I would love to nickname my Growlithe. Now, the only issue that I had was trying to come up with a nickname for this Growlithe, because I had a hard time thinking about it. Then, I thought to myself, this is my personal playthrough. Let me name it something that's personal to me. Something that I've done. So I know there's a lot of people who throw some like funny nicknames around with Growlithe. Whatever. My story is that I've never owned a dog before. I'll throw that out there, guys. I've never owned a dog before. However, I told myself when I was younger, because when I was all into funny things and being silly and a weird kid like I always am, I told myself that I would name my first dog that I get Wizard. I don't know why, but I would name him Wizard and call him Wiz for short. So that is what we're going to do here, friends. We're going to nickname Growlithe after the name that I'm going to give my very first dog that I get. Because I'm planning on owning a dog when I get older and live on my own. And I'm going to name him Wizard. So, we're not Wiz-Ack. Wizard. There we go. Wizard. There we go, friends. Wizard the Growlithe. Get in my party, Wizard. Awesome, guys. Let's check out our Growlithe. Brand new Wizard. Welcome to the party, Wizard. We are so glad to have you. Wiz, welcome. He was actually holding a Rothsberry. Actually, very interesting. Growlithes actually do have that be a frequent case in their case. They'll be holding onto a Rothsberry, which actually cures burns of all things. Pretty nice to have on a flare-type Pokemon. Anyway, friends, now that our cute little Wizard is on the case, on the team, in the next episode of Let's Play Pokemon White 2, we are going to continue forth. We're going to further investigate the Verbank complex with Wizard on the team now. Wizard Blue and Mary together are going to do awesome work. We're going to clear out the rest of the Verbank complex and hopefully challenge that gym leader we saw to a gym battle and get the Virbank City gym badge. If you haven't done so already, feel free to subscribe to my actual channel, ZeldaSaver31, and leave a like and a comment down below to show your support for the NinBuzz channel. And hey, while you're at it, subscribe to them as well if you haven't already. With that, friends, I will see you all in the next episode, and I hope you're all having an absolutely fantastic day.